Welcome. How to create a practice page in Yearbook Avenue. When you are ready to start placing pictures and content and information onto the actual pages of the yearbook and designing what your stuff looks like and sounds like, you need to make sure that you create a practice page. You've got to select the page that you want to use. This process, it has to be done with Miss Kelly or with the editor-in-chief. So you want to make sure that you are careful to have a conversation with them before you create your practice page. That way your page is approved. Some pages are already taken, some pages are saved or reserved for something in particular, and some pages aren't in this deadline. So it's important that you approve that decision with Ms. Kelly or the editor-in-chief. Once you've had that approval conversation, it usually happens in class. Otherwise, email Ms. Kelly and she will find a way to have that conversation with you. Once that's been done, you're going to head over to Yearbook Avenue to create your practice page. So I've already logged in here, and then I'm going to go up to my Create button. That's mostly where you will be. And I'm going to open up Layout Pro. This is where all of the pages of the yearbook live. It's a program, it's the design program that we use to create the yearbook. So the yearbook is super digital right now. It's all digitally in this computer system. On the left-hand side are your sort of movement tabs that identify what you're about to do. We'll go through these in another video. Right now we're just concerned about the Pages tab. So I'm going to click on Pages, and here you see that we have the yearbook in its entirety. Some of the first pages are already done, and we move through all the way to the end of the yearbook, and we can see just how much work we have to do this year. So we aren't working on those parts right now. We are working on the earlier parts of the yearbook. So I have pages 8 and 9. Miss Kelly approved those pages. Those are going to be mine. So now I'll create the practice page. I've already clicked on it. So I'm here on the page, and you just click on it to get there. I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to go to Save as Practice Page. I'm going to enter in the name of my practice page, but I'm going to do this in a very specific format so that it's really easy for the editors and Miss Kelly later when we're moving through that work and revising it. You're going to start with your page number, okay, space, and then you're going to write your name. So my first name is Cody. Space, and then you're going to have a short word or phrase to identify what it is that your practice page is all about. Now you have to consider what you're covering. Sometimes you have a 2-page spread assignment. Sometimes you have a 1-page spread assignment. So you want to consider the overall story of whatever you're assigned to. So I have some Spirit Week images that I'm ready to upload. So I'm going to make sure I spell Spirit Week right. We're going to capitalize the first letter of each word because this is a title, and that's what we do with titles. We want to get used to that because that's what you will need to do in the yearbook. So I've got my page, my name, and a short topic of coverage. I'm going to hit Save, and I'm going to overwrite it because I did already try this video once and had to start over. So now the practice page exists. Well, how do I get to it? The first thing to know is this little number is important. If there is a number in this box, then that tells you you're working in the actual yearbook. And we can accidentally find ourselves here a lot, okay? So you don't want to work in the actual yearbook. We wait to put things in the actual yearbook until it's time. We're going to work on those practice pages, those copies that we made. So I'm going to go over to Designs. And if this isn't already showing up for you, it probably won't be. It might say something like that. Okay, you're going to click on it, and then you're going to scroll to Practice Pages. And now you can see that we already have some practice pages that have been made, and we have one that Miss Kelly made, right? Cody's practice page. This is the one we just made together. So what you're going to click on is this little eye in the corner. It will open up a box that allows you to edit. And now you're in your practice page. How do you know you're in your practice page? There are no numbers in this box. It is blank. It is empty. It is white. Therefore, I'm safe to modify this. I'm safe to delete, add, make bigger, whatever. A few things to remember. Do not change the font size. Do not change the colors without approval. Doesn't mean you can't. It's just be careful because we want consistency throughout the yearbook. So these little design features that you see here have already been preloaded into the system, and we want them to stay the same. So keep this font hand script cursive. Don't change it. Keep this font Garamond Modern. You keep the fonts as they are because that's part of the theme design that was created before you ever came into class, all right? So that's a practice page. Email Miss Kelly with any questions. Have fun. Start playing around.